Hello, today's video is going to be about fair testing within experiments, especially looking at science. Fair testing means that you change one variable within your experiment, but you keep all other conditions the same. So if you would like to see how my fair test went, please keep watching. The resources you'll need for this experiment are a short wide glass, a tall thin glass, water, and a friend to help you with the experiment. I'm currently setting up the experiment for the fair testing. So I have two glasses here. I've got a short wide glass and I also have a tall thin glass. Ideally you would be using a tumbler for this, but unfortunately I couldn't find one, so I used this kind of champagne flute type thing instead. Now I've coloured in the 200ml section on this jug, but you can't really see it very well, I'm afraid. But there is 200ml of water in that jug. So I'm now going to take this jug and proceed to pour it into the short wide glass. As you can see, that's the 200ml of water poured into the glass. I then proceeded to measure out another 200ml of water into the jug, and I poured that into the tall thin glass, which will be shown here. As you can see, both glasses now have 200ml of water ready for the experiment to take place. The only variable that has been changed is the size of the glass for this experiment. All other conditions have stayed the same, which is why it is a fair test. I have my willing participant here, who is my mum, who's Alison Gordon. Unfortunately I can't show her on film though because she has her work uniform on and I can't disclose where she works. So for the experiment, I would like you to choose which glass you think has the most liquid in it and give a reason why.
I think that this glass has more liquid in it.
Okay, and why do you think that?
Well, it looks fuller than that one, and I think that is deceptive to the size.
Okay, thank you. As well as asking my mum to participate in the experiment, I'd also taken a photo on my phone, which you can hopefully see if it'll focus. There we go. And I posted this on my social media outlets. I have the results on my phone now, so I'll read them out for you. So 4 people said that the glasses had the same amount of liquid in them, but 2 people suggested that the tall thin glass also had more liquid than the smaller one, and also 3 other people suggested that it was the smaller wide glass that had the most liquid in it. The reason for the answers varied quite a bit. The people that said that the liquid was the same in both glasses had actually seen the experiment before, so I think maybe in future I wouldn't do that experiment if I knew that my class had seen it. Then the people who said that there was more liquid in the short fat glass said that it was because obviously it had more depth, so that there was more liquid was able to be in the glass, whereas the people that chose the other one, which was the tall thin glass, suggested that it was because there was less room for it to be in, so that's why it looked like more. I think one limitation to this experiment was the number of participants that I had. Obviously, if I had more time, then I would have asked more people, but unfortunately I didn't. And another limitation to it was obviously people knowing the experiment before I asked. I think if I was to repeat this in the future, then I would make sure that they hadn't seen this before, just so that I didn't skew my results as much. Thank you for watching this video. If you have any comments or queries, please contact me on Twitter at ChelseaGordon94.